The legacy WNBA media just can't help itself. It just cannot help itself. And yeah, this is just gonna be another video right here. And obviously, I am very sick right now. I always get sinus infections on flights. To like spending 16 hours on flights in 3 days was not smart. Well, not even not smart. It was just not good for the old body. Hopefully, I'll be all right for the stream tomorrow. But this is from Patrick Reusse, and this is one of the worst articles I have ever seen being written. And it's a whole thing basically saying there's an unforgettable Caitlin Clark, WNBA finals, and we didn't need Caitlin Clark. And it's like, oh, the only reason that these finals are breaking record viewers is because of Caitlin Clark. I just want to put that out there. Like, as great as the links are, the new viewers coming in and being fans of basketball and enjoying the way the links play, that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen without Caitlin Clark. And the reality of the situation is that this is one scenario where you can't say rookie class, because no offense to Angel Reese is as big a celebrity as Caitlin Clark. People don't want to watch Angel Reese play basketball. There are Angel Reese fans that are fans of Angel Reese the person. And I think there are as many individual fans of the person of Angel Reese as individual fans of the person Caitlin Clark. The difference is that people do not want to watch Angel Reese play basketball, because while she can be effective at times, she can't score layups. But in this article, this also very much reads like it's the dude that voted Caitlin Clark non-all WNBA. So, he said, a rugged, remarkable series now goes to 5 games. Great excitement for WNBA with Caitlin Clark for all those fans she packed this summer, not required. Basically just said, yeah, we don't need your fans. Realistically, the reason why 19,000 people are not filling out the Lynx Arena twice if Caitlin Clark thing doesn't happen. A rising tide lifts all boats. And that's what's happened. Because these are two teams that are genuinely just good as far as basketball is concerned. When it comes to ball, I'll say it. The Lynx and the Liberty are two of the better teams. But we then also have got this sentence right here. Basically saying NBA gave up ownership, yada yada. This is not based on the arrival of Caitlin Clark. Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve was correct in preseason saying the league is about more than one player. No, it is about more than one player, but one player is bigger than your league. Like Caitlin Clark herself. Like if let's just say before the season, let's just say just a hypothetical. I'm just making up numbers off the top of my head. Let's just say 500,000 people would be tuning into this final without Caitlin Clark. Or would just be tuning into an average WNBA game. That's even numbers too high. Let's say 200,000 people tune in. But when Caitlin Clark plays, 1 million people are just there for Caitlin Clark. So without Caitlin Clark fans, there are 200,000 people. But 1 million people just tune in for Caitlin Clark. So you add the 1 million to the 200,000 that were there already. So then you get like 1.2 million. But then of the 1 million that are just there for Clark, let's say 150,000 are there. Suddenly it's, or 200,000 stay. So if 20% of people that are there for Caitlin Clark stay, you've doubled the audience. People don't get it. But then this. Clark has put more eyes in the league for sure, but she didn't belong on the Olympic team. They brought a crippled Chelsea Gray. They literally brought a point guard who couldn't move. She was injured. She should not have come back. Like, if Chelsea Gray had have, if she had have rehabbed for the season, maybe the Aces, she sacrificed the Aces having a chance of three-peating to play the Olympics, by the way. She was not healthy. You brought one point guard. You brought Diana Taurasi. And people are like, oh, Diana Taurasi is needed for, veteran leadership. Man, what? Then what the hell is AJ Wilson? What's Breanna Stewart? This is Stewie's, third Olympics? It's Stewie's third Olympics. If she can't be a veteran leader at 30, she's won 2 finals MVPs. What are we doing? Heck, I go way back as a Caitlin booster, but without her in the site, the favorite New York Liberty and Relentless Lynx have put together an unforgettable finals. I agree. But why are we talking non-stop about Caitlin Clark? And making it seem, and not only talking non-stop, you can say these two sentences can be true. Caitlin Clark is bigger than the league. A big reason for why we're getting these record numbers is because of Caitlin Clark bringing these new fans into the WNBA. But teams like the Lynx and the Liberty play a brand of basketball. They play exciting basketball that they've been able to keep fans around and keep it interesting. They've made it a good game when you show up to watch. They've made it good to watch on TV. That Caitlin brought the fans in, but there are specific teams. And by the way, if this finals was the Aces versus the Sun, if both of those series went differently, they would not be breaking these viewership numbers, because the Caitlin Clark fans would not stay to watch the Aces and the Sun. They're going to stay to watch these two teams because they play good basketball in general. And like, you can say that. And you can also point out that they're breaking in record numbers without Caitlin Clark playing. But at the same time, the Caitlin Clark effect is a rising tide lifts all boats. And these are the two teams, more so than anybody, that have just hooped all year and have probably gained the most fans. Heck, the Lynx have probably gained more fans than anyone else, because the Liberty already had a big fan base. And this guy here, by the way, I can't help but continue to wonder if this phenomenon of American sports interest would have ever happened if I hadn't discovered Caitlin in February of 2022. If I hadn't discovered Caitlin in February of 2022, she literally averaged like 27 points a game as a freshman. She averaged 27 points a game as a freshman. She won the World Cup MVP that summer. Like, there was talk after her freshman year of whether or not she was better than Paige, and Paige was the most popular women's basketball player in the world at the time, and that includes WNBA, outside maybe Sabrina Ionescu, but Paige is probably the most popular at the time, and there was talk of Caitlin Clark being better as a freshman. But no, you didn't discover Caitlin Clark. Like, imagine saying you discovered Caitlin Clark, and then also saying, she could have been missing from an all WNBA first team announced this week if receiving as much attention for her record-breaking turnovers. She received as much attention for her record-breaking turnovers as she did for points and assists. Like, is she careful with the ball? No. But at the same time, people don't realize that when you play an up-tempo brand of basketball with a lot of high degree of difficulty passes, you turn the ball over a lot. It's a given. Like, you're acting like Magic Johnson, Steve Nash, like, they're probably the two, or James Harden, who is, in fairness to him, an elite passer, but Magic and Steve Nash both led the league in turnovers for a season. You're acting like some of the most of the best passers in the world haven't led the league in turnovers for a season. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. I really would like to go above the 8 minutes and talk a bit more about this, but you can read the article for yourself. Like, it is one of those things where it's like, you can write this article and talk about how, but you can write it from perspective of things are going well. Yes, Caitlin Clark is bigger, but you know what? The league's still in a good position, and these two teams are helping bring in viewership. You can write the same article in a way that is not trying to belittle one of the best players in the world and the main reason why the league is like it is, while also giving praise to the likes of Fee, to the likes of Stewie, to the likes of Sabrina, to the Liberty, to the Lynx. But no, you had to make an article realistically like we don't need you, Caitlin. Fucking pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And if this guy has a vote, I would be shocked if this was not. And by the way, I would be shocked with the way this sounds like. Maybe the Angel Reese MVP voter had Caitlin Clark on her All-W second team. Or on their All-W second team. Maybe the Angel Reese voter did that. And maybe there was a voter who didn't have Angel or Caitlin, who voted Caitlin Rookie of the Year and had neither of them on their All-W teams. Imagine that. Imagine if that was two different people.